Hey guys, as mentioned in one of my previous video, in this one we're gonna talk about gems, and it's gonna be a gems guide, how to save up gems and don't waste them buying stuff that you don't really need. And as usual, subscribe if you didn't already, and leave a like, and let's get into it. So first thing I wanna get out of the way is the pass. You can purchase, if you didn't know, some level with gems. You can do this in like every pass that you get here, and also for the arena pass. Now I think I cannot open. Yeah, I cannot open because it's the break, international break. But you can also spend, I think it's the same price, so 800 gems to buy level there. I really don't think that's worth it. It's way too much, and most of the time, 99% of the time, you don't really get enough value for what you spend. Now, if it's the last day of the pass, and for example, you really need a reward, like you need one more level to finish, but for whatever reason you cannot make enough points, then yeah, it's worth it to buy the last level to get the last reward, especially if you bought the pass. But otherwise I don't think it's a good idea, and I don't think you should spend your gems there. Another thing that you can spend gems on is fast loot. So as you can see, there is one where you watch the ads, and one that you, and four actually, that you can buy with gems. I don't remember if without the VIP. Wait, let me check very fast. I think the VIP add more try. Let me see. Yeah, you have two chance with the VIP. Okay, so if you don't have the VIP, you're gonna have two chance to purchase with gems, I guess. And this is 100% worth it. The thing is, when you do that, you're gonna get a bunch of super useful stuff. It's gonna be EXP that you're gonna need later on when you are about level 600, because it's gonna be the next bottleneck after Crystal, which is what's gonna happen to me as soon as I level up my Valkyrie again. Dragon Glass, of course, it's super useful, and Magic Crystal is the most useful thing for like all the first part of the game, and it's still the resource that I need the most, so you have no reason not to do it. You should spend your gems for this one. As you know, probably the amount of reward will change based on your stage, so of course always push as much as you can your stage level before you get your loot. And that's it, that's a very good way to spend your gems. Then we gonna move to here. I don't know if you noticed, but if I can move this out of the way, yes, you can buy also arena, tower ticket with gems. I never do that. The only time I think it's worth it to spend gems to buy tower ticket is for, like, if you have two conditions. The first one is if you know that you can beat the next level. Like, for example, if I knew that I can beat level floor 850, and if you're doing bounty event and you're missing like a bunch of scroll to finish, then maybe in that case it's a good idea. For example, let's just say I missed 10 scroll to finish my round 2 of bounty event, and I have no other option to get scroll anywhere else in the game. Then I could buy a ticket for the tower, challenge this floor, win, and get this 10 scroll. So in that kind of scenario, I think it's worth it. But in any other situation, I don't really see any reason to spend your gems for tower ticket. I don't really think it's worth it. Same thing for arena. Let me see. Now I have two, but maybe I can still. Yeah, as you can see, you can buy a bunch of tickets. Now, for arena, it could be worth it. It depends on the situation. Like, the thing is, as you know, it's arena is season. Now, for the standard one, the reward is actually pretty good. As you can see, you get pet for the first, second, and third rank position. In this case, if it's the last day of the season for the standard arena, and it's like 1 minute left before they finish the season, and you are 4 or 5th or even like in the top 10, and you wanna sneak the position of the rank 3 or rank 2 or rank 1, even if you can try to buy as many arena tickets as you can, and just win as many matches as possible to get as many points as possible and get that reward and the position that is gonna give you the reward that you want. Now, this is not very easy to do because the point that you get depend on the points that the enemy has. So, for example, in my situation now, the season just started again, so the position is not correct. It's like the rank 3 of my server is not even in the top 10, I think. But usually the thing that happens is that if the rank 1 is too strong for me, even if I have, I don't know, 200 ticket and I do 200 match against anybody else except the rank 1 because I cannot beat him, I still don't make enough point to reach his the same amount of point that he has. So it depends on your situation. It's not always possible to sneak like a position in the arena to get the reward. If you can and you want to do it at your own risk because you're gonna make people mad, you can do it, and that's the only situation where I think you should buy arena ticket. Of course, you don't really need to buy them if you save them up. So if, for example, you don't use every day all the ticket that you have, you can save them up over time and do all of them at the last day. You can do that to steal a position, but also to defend yourself if someone is trying to steal your position. Let's just say I'm rank 2 and now someone is almost finished the end of the season, and I see that someone is attacking me a lot because they wanna get my position, or I see that they are very close to my position and I don't want them to get the reward. I can just do a bunch of last minute match and just make sure that I have more points than them. That's it. So overall, that's the only situation I think you should consider buying arena ticket with gems. Now the next thing, I think it's here, dispatch. This one is very important, especially now that we have round 2 of bounty event. The thing is, it's worth to spend your gems in dispatch only if you have max level dispatch. So if you are level 16 like this one, you have very good chance to get 6-star and 7-star dispatch mission, and in that case I think it's a good idea. This is usually what I do every day, because if I don't do that I will never reach enough scroll to finish the second round of the bounty. The thing is, even with this I usually don't look for like a full board, a full amount of mission that gives me scroll, because it takes too long and it takes too many gems. What I do usually is that I roll until I have everything except the last 4 mission with the scroll, and then for the last 4 it depends of how much patience I have left, but usually I just go for something that I have diamond to recover a little bit of the diamond that I spent. Now I'm gonna speed up this, but I'm gonna show you what I do usually. Like in this case, I'm with the last 4, but they all have like 3-star. It's not like worth it, so I roll again. I got lucky and I got 1 with scroll and 2 that gives me diamond. Now it's only 20 and 20, so it's gonna be, no, also this one is diamond, I didn't know, it's 25. So it's only gonna be like what, 6 refresh, which is not more, like I used more than 6 refresh, as you can see from this video, to get like in this situation, but still it's a nice way to get a little bit of gems back from what I used. If you do this every day, it's quite worth it, but again, it's only something that I would advise you to do it if you are level 16. I know that some people advertise to do it from level 14 already, because you still have decent chance, let's just say decent chance, to get scroll, but I don't really like RNG, like random stuff, so I would only do it if I'm level 16, but of course it's up to you. Then it's spirit. Of course this is super important. You should always roll for spirit if possible, if you have enough gems every day. I know if you're a new player it's gonna be very difficult, but I think from the moment that you can complete round 1 at least of the chest event consistently, so every time it happens, I think at that point you can start to spend gems every day on someone. Before that is up to you. Before that you're probably not gonna have enough gems to do it every day, because you're gonna finish them faster than what you make them. But now that we have 2 rounds of chest event, I think if you finish the first one, most likely you will have enough to get spirit almost every day, so I would go for that. If you can finish this 2 rounds of chest event every time, then absolutely feel free to roll for spirit every day. I do this every day and I never finish my gems now that we have 2 rounds of chest event, so it's very great. Then let's see what else we have here. I think, okay, in the guild you could spend gems for more attempt at the boss. I'm gonna show you here. Let me do this boss very quickly. Let's see. So the first 2 of course are free, and then you get the option to buy a ticket, like try, I don't know how you wanna call it, attempt actually, that's how the game call it, to do the guild boss. I don't think it's worth it. Like I don't really see the point, because even with like doing 2 try every time, and even if you don't have many active player, like in my guild we don't have any active player left, you still make enough guild coin to buy everything from the shop, and they keep accumulating. As you can see, I already bought everything and I still have 42,000 so it's already enough to buy everything for I don't know how many times. So don't worry too much about that. I don't think it's worth it to spend gems here, so just do the free one. If one day they improve the guild system, like they add more reward or like something more interesting to do with the guild points, then in that situation it will be worth it maybe to spend your gems to do more attempt, but right now I don't think it's there is any reason to do it. And then the last way to spend gems is with the market. So usually I do not buy anything with gems here, but I remember that when I started I used to buy magic crystal at some point. When I couldn't finish the chest event I used to spend a little bit in legendary chest, and let me see, also dragon glass. So eventually you will have more than enough dragon glass to keep like your equipment always to the max level, but I remember early game I couldn't do it, so every once in a while I used to buy some of it. It's something that it's up to you depending on your situation, and it's not gonna last long. You're only gonna do it early part of the game when you don't have enough resources. But usually what I do now is just buy the stuff that require gold, because you have way too much gold. It's like you don't know what to do with all the gold that you have. Then the first refresh is free. Buy everything again, all the same stuff. Then I do the one for 200 gems. I think it's super worth it because it's very cheap. And then if you have enough gem you could go for the third refresh. If you're still not finishing like both round of chest event, then maybe it's not really worth it, because it could be a little bit too much to spend 600 gems in the market every day if you're in the early part of the game and you cannot finish all the event. But right now for me it's easy to make gems, so I'm gonna do it. Now the recruit scroll, I know it's something that some people might want to spend gems. The thing is, 10 for 2400 is way too much. It's way not worth it in my opinion. So I would advise not to do it. Of course, if you like spending real money and you have a crazy amount of gems, go for it. You have no reason not to do it. But I know that most of the players in my that watch my video are free to play, so I don't think guys should spend your gems for recruit scroll. I also don't do it, even if I spend money every once in a while. I also don't spend my gems for the scroll. The only situation again is like I mentioned at the start of the video, like if you really need like 10-20 scroll left for the bounty event, of course in that case it's worth to spend 2400 gems to get universal shard. That's super worth it. But except in that situation, so where you have to play it smart, you have no reason to do it. Now another situation where you can spend gems but I cannot show you is divine tournament. You can buy ticket. Okay, yeah, now I cannot do it from here, but you can buy this ticket with gems every day. I think the free match, like the free ticket, are 3, and then you can go up to 8 match a day, I think, which is gonna cost you always more and more gems. Now the last one I think is up to 100 gems, and this depends on you. Like if you can finish the 2 round of chest event, probably even the first one, and you have an excess amount of gems, then it's 100% worth it. If you're in a league full of people stronger than you and you know it's most likely you're gonna get demoted or you cannot rank up anyway, go to the next level, to the next league, sorry, of divine tournament, then in that case maybe it's not worth it for you. But I would wait to the point where you know you can get into the top 20. If you know you can get into the top 20 or in the top 3, and so you're gonna get like some nice reward, then it's 100% worth it. I do 8 match every day. But if you're a new player and you don't really care about this right now because you know you cannot go to another league and you're gonna stay in the one where you are right now, then in that case it's not necessary. I would advise to save up gems and just make sure that you do spirit. It's gonna have priority on that, also because spirit is gonna make your team stronger, which also is gonna provide like a better chance to get better reward from divine tournament. So I would give priority to the spirit in that case if you don't have enough gems. Most important things basically are daily spirit as soon as you can. Oops, that's the wrong one. As soon as you can, just do your daily spirit, the fast loot, and the market. Everything else is not important, and you can just do it if you feel like it. Now that I think about it, there is another way to spend gems. It's this one. Now my account is not a good way, like a good example for this, because now that I have the VIP I have too much food. But when you don't have food, you can buy food with gems. You can buy, I don't remember how many try you have, probably 3. And when I didn't have the VIP, I used to buy bread and cutlet 2 times every time that I need to capture a pet, because the first time is the cheapest one, then it increased the price for the second one, and then the third one increased even more. The third one usually is not worth it from what I remember. I cannot check now because I have too much food, but the third one was way too expensive, especially for the cutlet, but the first 2 times, it's, in my opinion, it's worth it, especially for, like, if you need to capture some red pet, you know they are very important to progress in the game, and so I would definitely buy food for pet when you need it. I think it's a good way to spend gems. So spirit, food for the pet in the mine, and the market. That's the priority I would give to spending gems. Then when you can and when it's convenient to you, you can start to do divine tournament, and everything else is just depending on your situation, but it's not very important. So that's it. I think I didn't forget anything. If I forgot something, please let me know in the comment. And as usual, if you have any question, I will be super happy to answer. And that's it. Have a nice day. Bye bye. See you in the next video.